Deborah Abiodun has officially announced her arrival in the National Women's Soccer League in the United States, and she has done it in style by winning the Rookie of the Month award for September 2025. For a player who only made her debut for the Washington Spirit on the 31st of August, the award is not just recognition of her talent, but a clear signal that the Nigerian international is ready to compete with the very best in women's football. At just 20 years old, Abiodun has already written her name into the record books as one of the few Nigerian players to earn such recognition in one of the toughest leagues in the world. And her journey to this point is a story worth telling in detail. Born on the 2nd of November, 2003, in Ibadan, Oyo State, Abiodun's rise has been the product of determination, discipline, and an unrelenting desire to improve. She is not a typical forward who scores goals for fun. Instead, her role is that of a midfield general, a destroyer who can read the game, break up opposition attacks, win duels, and still distribute the ball with precision. Nigeria has long produced flashy strikers and wingers, from Mercy Akai to Sisa to Shola, but what Abiodun represents is a growing wave of central midfield anchors who can dictate the tempo of matches. Her style is reminiscent of Rita Chikwilu in her prime, but with even more emphasis on tackling and interception. Her first steps in football were local, but it did not take long before she attracted attention at the national level. By 2022, she was already in the Nigerian squad for the FIFA U20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. In that tournament, Nigeria's Falconets stunned the world by winning all 3 group matches, and while the headlines often went to the goal scorers, midfielders like Abiodun were the silent engines keeping the team ticking. She played with composure, won duels, and shielded the backline, proving that she was more than ready for the senior stage. That same year, she made her first senior appearance for the Super Falcons, becoming part of the new generation of Nigerian talent. The next phase of her career came through education and development in the United States. Abiodun enrolled at the University of Pittsburgh, joining the Pittsburgh Panthers women's soccer program. In the NCAA, she became one of the standout midfielders in her conference. Known for her work rate, her tackling ability, and her willingness to learn, she quickly became indispensable for her college team. It was during this time that scouts in the professional ranks began to pay close attention. The combination of her international experience with Nigeria and her consistency in college football made her a strong candidate for the professional leap. In January 2025, the breakthrough came when Washington Spirit announced that they had signed Abiodun to a multi-year professional contract. The Spirit, based in Washington, D.C., are one of the leading clubs in the NWSL, boasting a history of developing and promoting young talents. For Abiodun, it was a massive step up, but her transition into the league was carefully managed. Initially, she was loaned out to Dallas Trinity FC, a club competing in the newly launched USL Super League, to ensure she had regular playing time. That loan spell allowed her to adjust to the professional environment, and by August, Washington Spirit decided the time was right to recall her. Her official debut came on the 31st of August, 2025, in a home match against the Chicago Red Stars. It was only a cameo appearance, but those who watched closely could see the calmness and maturity in her game. She was not overawed, not hesitant, and not wasteful. Just a week later, she earned her first start against Seattle Reign in a match the Spirit won 2-0. That performance was the first real glimpse of what she could bring to the table. Across 90 minutes, Abiodun covered the pitch, won back possession repeatedly, and ensured that Washington's midfield never lost its shape. For a young player making her full debut in such a competitive league, it was nothing short of impressive. From that point, September became her month of breakthrough. She started 3 of Washington Spirit's 4 matches in the month, and each performance added more weight to her growing reputation. Against Orlando Pride, she faced some of the toughest midfielders in the league, yet she emerged as one of the most combative players on the pitch, winning duels and preventing Orlando from dictating play. In the match against Portland Thorns, she again proved her value by recording one of the highest tackle counts in the game. Week after week, her consistency was undeniable. The numbers backed up what the eye test was already showing. According to NWSL data, Abiodun led Washington Spirit in tackles and duels won across September. At the league level, she ranks second overall for tackles won, a remarkable feat for a rookie who had only just arrived. Her passing accuracy in the middle. For a rookie who had only just arrived, her passing accuracy in the middle third of the pitch stood at 87.3%, showing that she was not just breaking up play but also keeping the ball moving in possession. In a league where physicality and tactical awareness are key, she demonstrated that she could both defend and distribute. Most importantly, her presence coincided with Washington Spirit keeping 3 clean sheets during the month, proof of her stabilizing influence. The NWSL Rookie of the Month award is selected by the NWSL Media Association and the league's broadcast analysts. It is not a fan vote, but a recognition by professionals and experts who study the games closely. For them to hand the award to Abiodun, just weeks after her debut, tells you how impactful her performances have been. She did not need to score goals or register flashy assists. Her work in midfield was so essential that it could not be ignored. For the Washington Spirit, this is a major positive. The club is in a period of rebuilding, aiming to return to the heights of their 2021 NWSL Championship victory. In recent years, they have built a reputation for signing and developing international talent, and Abiodun now looks like the latest success story. By winning Rookie of the Month, she has proven that she can be trusted as a key part of their midfield moving forward. Coaches and teammates alike have praised her energy, discipline, and attitude. With the Spirit competing for playoff spots, her contribution could be decisive in the run-in. From a Nigerian perspective, Abiodun's success is more than just an individual milestone. Nigeria has produced some of the most exciting attackers in women's football, but the midfield has often been an area of concern for the Super Falcons. Too often, the team has relied on forwards like Asisa Tashola and Rashida Ajibade to bail them out with goals, while struggling to control the center of the pitch against top opposition. Abiodun's rise offers a solution to this long-standing problem. Alongside Christy Achebe, who plays in Portugal, Nigeria now has 2 defensive midfielders capable of dominating duels, winning possession, and distributing intelligently. This could transform the Super Falcons into a more balanced side as they prepare for upcoming Africa Women's Cup of Nations qualifiers and the road to the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. It is also a source of pride for Nigeria to see yet another player making an impact abroad. Abiodun now joins a growing list of Super Falcons excelling in major leagues, Ashola in the United States with Bay FC, Ajibade in Spain with Atletico Madrid, Gift Monday making waves in the NWSL, and Esther Okoronkwo impressing in Europe. The diaspora of Nigerian women in football continues to spread, and every success story adds to the country's reputation as a talent factory. Individually, the Rookie of the Month award is just the beginning. Abiodun is already being tipped as a contender for Rookie of the Year if she maintains her current form. Beyond that, her consistency could open doors to more personal recognition, such as League Best 11 selections. At only 20 years old, she has time on her side, and if she avoids injury and continues to grow, she could easily become one of the best African exports to the American game. Looking ahead, Washington Spirit fans can expect to see more of her. The club's tactical system under coach Adrian Gonzalez relies heavily on ball-winning midfielders who can quickly transition defense into attack. Abiodun's energy and awareness fit that role perfectly. With more minutes, she will refine her distribution, add more progressive passes, and possibly even chip in with assists or goals. The potential for development is enormous. For the Super Falcons, the implications are clear. Nigeria is heading into a new era where youth and experience must be blended carefully. Veterans like Onome Ibe and Desire Operanozi have already stepped aside, while younger players are taking over. Abiodun, Ajibade, Achebe, Okoronkwo, and Gift Monday form a new generation that could dominate African football for years. For coach Randy Waldrum, or whoever is at the helm by 2026, players like Abiodun are invaluable assets. From Midfield to Washington, from youth tournaments to professional glory, she has carried the Nigerian flag with pride. And for the millions of fans back home, Her story is another reminder that the future of Nigerian women's football is bright. In Deborah Abiodun, Nigeria has found a new star, and the world has just begun to notice.